Hey, Arno here. I would like to show you a few things about knowing Android that has been migrated with Koin Annotations, and then there is a bunch of good things to share with you. We are here in the NI application, the main entry point, where you see we have the on create. You see that this application has add Koin application to start scanning for modules and add configuration. And this start Koin is the one generated for NI application and then is getting all the modules. And you can pass also extra parameters like Android context, worker manager, and we will see you can set up the Kotzilla platform directly with the same application lambda. To go on that, I can show you the main app module entry point. This is the main module that is gathering features module, as you see, and domain module. Then this module, how it's working, it's then a module that is declaring by its own view model, for example, directly by hand. This is how you can directly declare functions, dependencies, and pass it to a new instance, for example. Then this is what does this module. We include things from there. Component scan, that means that we are scanning annotated entities from this package, and add configuration, that means this module will be scanned by a Koin application entry point. You see that we are making includes of feature modules and domain module. What is interested in this module is that features modules, core, domain layer, no dependencies, no modules is affected to them, and you see that they are annotated and they are scanned in the main module. Among all the modules, then you see how we made the modules, we include them, we discover them, we scan for given package for the annotated annotations. We have the junkstat Koin module. That is a module then also tag at configuration to be discovered by the entry point. But you see here, it's a specific dependency that we would like to scope to our activity. And then what we just do is tag an activity scope on the functions, can work directly also on a class. That means that we can pass directly the source of the scope then our activity and create the junkstat directly on it with the functions on that. In the main activity where it's done, what you need finally to, once you have annotated these components, you need in your activity to activate Android scope with Koin. You need the Android scope interface. You need to override the kind of scope you want. Then here we want an activity scope. And then just use by inject to retrieve and bootstrap the definitions from Koin container into our main activity here. You notice that all the Koin annotation, they doesn't require any specific bindings or @inject constructor. The @inject constructor is there for compatibility support, but by default, if you tag one class with Koin view model, it will detect the constructor and detect all the bindings. Same here from, for example, my class repository, where I just tag @singleton on the class. It will detect things in my constructor and then also detect all my bound types. For any modules, for example, where I can really expose functions that declare definitions directly, then it's just a function with the required dependency, and then it's tagged with single or singleton, depending on what you want. Single and singleton are the same in Koin. Then a module, you see that I don't use component scan here. I'm exposing directly all the definitions by function. The same for the database here, database and here. Data Koin module, that is one of the main layers of Koin modules in the core layers, right? We are, as you see, a module with add configuration, it's scanned, and then it's part of the main configuration of the application. And we are scanning every annotated entity on the core data, right? And in core data, we have everything here. And for example, we have everything around all the repositories and data sources around this. And you see this annotation is JavaX inject 1. This means that Koin is also compatible with JSR330 annotations, with singleton, and @inject. If you look at every component, @inject from any constructor like this, it's detected and will be injected as a factory. For example, if we look at how it has been generated, see it will be a factory for this definition. Koin is compatible with qualifiers, and then here, for example, we are using the annotation class dispatcher that is a custom qualifier that is by default in the base project developed by Google. We are reusing exactly the same here, and you see that we can use it directly in our Koin module inside Knowing Android. Part of JSR330 is that you can really collocate Koin with other DI frameworks like Hild or any other point where you can really bridge in between the DI space, and you can request one DI to use one entity from the other. You have all the bridge path in the commits on the GitHub repository. Lastly, I would like to show you that we have started analytics function from the Kotzilla platform. That means that we are tracking any performance and problem issues around the application. Because we are using in that application, in that version of Knowing Android, is that we have a for you view model that is tagged @CoinViewModel, right? And we have a special tag @monitor that we are using all open here, but this @monitor functions will create a proxy of these classes, and then it will help me intercept all the usage of my view model inside my application to understand how it's using. Go and play with the Knowing Android application. It's using Koin Annotations 2.3, and I was playing a few sessions. Then here I have some data I would like to show you. Finally, how we get trace on intercepted annotation component. You can go, for example, around logs. For example, I'm exporting junk stats, but also you see that we are intercepting all for you view model update topic selection, and then we have the time for that. Then we have all the construction, the buildings of the application. For example, how we can build this work manager, the sync worker here, and what kind of dependencies we are using here. Also, then you can trace directly, intercept, call to some components, and then don't have to logs and check for the performance because we are doing that for you.